Hey everybody, it's Dave Dugdale, learningDSLRvideo.com. So I've been working on my GH4 course for the last couple of weeks, really hard. I've got maybe 2 hours of edited content ready to go. I got another 2 hours to shoot and edit. But I ran into an issue, and I went out and I got 3 HDMI cords, and I'll show you what the issue is here in a minute, but let me talk about the 3 cables that I have. First off, I've got the Ikan cable. This one is about 20 inches long. And it says on the cable, it says, actually there's no name on it. It says high speed HDMI cable with Ethernet. So that's the first one, and this one comes in at $10. The next one is the Atomos. This one comes in at $20, and it has a right angle connector, which I'll talk about here in a sec, and it also has somewhat of memory to it. So you can stretch it out and it'll stay stretched, and then you can like jam it back together and it kind of coils up to be maybe less than 7 inches, which is kind of cool. However, this angled bracket, and what this is designed for, if a lot of you are thinking about getting the Atomos Shogun, which is coming out soon, which is like a $2,000 very nice screen with a HDMI recorder that basically can record 4K, which is pretty awesome, over HDMI, you're going to have to deal with these little micro connectors. Well, I'm kind of confused because I know this cable is designed for both the GH4 and the a7S. Well, it works fine on the a7S with the doors open, but unfortunately with this articulating screen on the GH4, when you flip it out and you have this in like this, you can't bring the screen all the way. You can only go maybe 100 degrees before it starts hitting it and applying pressure on the HDMI connector, which is not good because we've gone from mini to micro, and these things are really delicate. And the last one, which is Pearstone, coming in at $5, which I actually have connected right here. So the way I've got this connected is the camera to the Ikan monitor, which is VK7i, and then out, because it's got a loop out on the HDMI, and it's going into my computer. And in the computer is an AverMedia capture card, PCI capture card. It does 1080, you can vary the bit rates. It's not like an Atomos Shogun or anything like that, but it records 1080. It does a decent job for the type of tutorials that I do. All right, so first up is the Sony a7S with the Atomos $20 cable, and it looks totally fine. Next up, we have the Ikan $10 cable with the a7S, and it looks totally fine. And last, we have the Pearstone at $5 with the a7S, looks totally fine. So what I did is, you could see for the GH4, I went into the menu, the HDMI record output menu, 422 8-bit, and then I changed the display to be, well, I actually have it turned on right now because you can see what I'm doing. And then I also did auto and 1080 for both these tests, and they didn't sync to make any sort of difference. So here is the first one. This is the Panasonic GH4 with the Atomos $20 cable. Look inside that white oval. You'll see 2 red dots, and I did not see this on the a7S. And if I zoom in like 200 or 300%, you'll see those 2 red dots kind of moving around. And when I go to the actual SD recording off the GH4, and then we zoom in, you'll notice there's no red dots. So it's something to do with the HDMI cable. Next up, we have the Ikan, and listen and watch the white dots. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong with that. And last up, we have the Pearstone, the $5 cable with the GH4, and it looks totally clean. So those are the 3 cables that I've been testing with different cameras and different setups, and it comes out that the cheapest $5 cable is probably the best. I mean, the Atomos, I think they have a really cool idea here, but if you're using the GH4, I would not recommend this, especially if you want to tilt the screen out. You're definitely going to be running into issues and actually might wear this connector out. The Ikan makes way too much noise with the GH4, and the Pearstone does the best on both cameras, and it's the actual cheapest. So that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.